Well, here we are, folks. There's Kori trying to work her magic on her ceramics right now. What you doing there, Kori? Tell us.
Right now I'm putting my initials in the bottom of this bowl. I'm trimming 4 bowls and putting my initial. Oh, I forgot to date it. I always put my initial and the date, the year, down in the bottom of my pottery. And these are 4 bowls that I'm making, a set of 4 bowls. And what I'm doing is doing the trimming, and the handles are setting up over there. So this is going to have 2 handles off each side, 1 handle on each side. And those handles are setting up so that I can put them on as soon as they've set up. So these bowls have to stay under plastic until the handles are dry enough to go on. They have to all be at the same moisture level for them to be able to attach successfully. So these 3 bowls are trimmed, and I'm putting a plastic over them to hold that moisture level until those handles dry enough to set up. They have to set up so that they're stiff, and you can see these. See, they don't ping or anything. They're just damp, and what it's called is leather hard.
Oh, okay.
Actually, it's pre-leather hard because it's still, I could squish it. If I went like this, I could
You want me
squish it.
to?
No. Please no. And so what I'm doing now is setting this upside down on the wheel head itself, and I don't use a bat. These things, I guess I better show you.
What's a bat?
This is a bat.
Oh, because the only kind of bat I was aware of was the kind you used to hit a baseball with.
Yeah, I know. This is a little different. So what these are, these go over top of these prongs there, and you throw on these. And then if I have a lot of things to throw, I can throw it, set it over, put another bat on, throw on it, and then trim it off when it's set up enough. You can technically cut a pot off, slide it over onto your hand, and put it over on the shelf. But let me tell you, the mortality rate triples when you have to do that.
Oh, speaking of mortality.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, we had a sad day the other day out at the kill. I didn't wait long enough. I got impatient, which I've been known to do from time to time. And I put a mug and the pot you watched me throw, stretch, that was all carved into a really pretty hummingbird nightlight, and 2 other nightlights. And I put them in too soon before they were totally dry. I thought they were dry. I didn't even put them in the oven to dry them off and warm them up. And my kiln fires fast. And so apparently it wasn't completely dry. Within a half an hour I had all of them exploding except that eagle pot. And even the bottom of it kind of exploded out of it. So I'm back to square one. I licked my wounds and felt sorry for myself and realized that when it comes to the law of physics, you're nobody special. It doesn't matter how many years I've been throwing. If I put a wet pot in, it's going to explode. So I had to pick out all the pieces and vacuum it out. Thank God we've got a good shop vac. I got the dust out with my little vacuum thingy, and then used the shop vac and pulled out all the other pieces. And when it explodes, there's dust everywhere, there's particles everywhere. It's like a bomb goes off. And I could hear it clear over as I left the house to go. I always prop the lid up for a bisque firing. I was going to take that prop out, and I could hear it exploding. And the cat came running out of the barn like, oh my God! And because the pots were exploding, it scared the crap out of her. So I had to wait for it to cool, which was another 2 hours probably. And then tip it up, take everything out, all the pieces, bring my dumpster over so that everything could be thrown away, except for that little eagle pot. And for some reason, The bottom came off a little bit, but it didn't ruin the pot. So I'm not sure if I'm just going to keep it and call it a guardian pot. And not, I probably won't sell it because the bottom is a little bit uneven.
I tell you, folks,
Now what I'm doing is...
she was not talking about it nearly that relaxed, and she was pretty upset.
I was devastated. It's been 2 days because I just couldn't talk about it. Because there were some beautiful pots in that firing.
Well, there'll be some more beautiful pots next week.
Yeah. I've got one right now that I threw over there. It's got a bag over it because I'm going to carve it when it's ready. So I just need to slow down. I was trying to get it ready to take somewhere, and I was rushing it. And in the art world, rushing things does not work. It doesn't work to rush the artist. It doesn't work to rush a painting or pottery or anything. It has to happen in its own way. And we all get superstitious, all of us artists. We really do. We get very superstitious. Because sometimes you can rush things and get away with it. Or you think you can. And then other times you think you're going to have the same kind of luck and it just...
Yeah.
blows
Well,
up.
in woodworking, things don't explode, but maybe they don't fit so hot, or maybe it's a little out of square because you didn't check it when you glued it up. Now you got some good firewood.
See, you could at least use firewood. I got nothing.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, when you pay $20 a board foot for the wood, you have to
true.
cut it up and throw it in firewood.
That's
It's very painful.
That's true.
And you've had 3 days of work on it, getting it assembled, and then you find out you forgot. I mean, thank goodness I haven't done that in years, but boy, it can happen.
I just had a little
Happens to the
rehearsal.
best.
I just had a little rehearsal on how unpleasant that feels because it was about 4 days worth of work that
Yeah.
I lost. And I don't lose as many materials as you do, but I also can't use it in a wood stove. So it's just thrown away. Because once a pot has gone through enough of the firing that it loses its chemical water, it cannot be reused. The only way you can reuse it is if you're producing clay and you can grind it up into a fine powder and use it as the particulate that goes in the clay body, and it adds to the strength of the clay. But I don't make my own clay anymore. I order my recipe from somebody else to make it for me. I got to a point with producing pottery that you can either produce your own clay, build your own kilns, or you can be an artist, and I wanted to be an artist, so that's what I did.
All right, folks. Just thought we'd let you know what happened, why we didn't discuss this yesterday. She was not in the mood.
I was not.
So, all right. This is Cowboy Bob and Kori coming to you from Heartline Ranch. And you get everybody have a great evening. Goodbye.
Bye.